Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
2 Freeport residents are rescued after their house explodes. Fire crews from all over the state line rushed to the scene to put out the raging fire.
Rockford police recover a woman's stolen car. This wasn't the first time it was taken. A State Line auto repair shop shares tips to make sure this doesn't happen to you.
And the Boone County Health Department hosts a block party. Families are invited to get free COVID vaccines for their kids. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
2 people are in the hospital after a house explodes in Freeport.
Flames lit up the early evening sky last night. Here's what it looked like at the home west of Business 20 near Harlem Church Road around 8. Flames fully engulfed it. Debris from the explosion littered nearby roads. Neighbors rescued a man and woman from the home. First responders first took the pair to FHN Hospital. The victims were airlifted to Rockford from FHN. We don't know what kind of shape they're in. The state fire marshal's office is investigating. Business 20 in that area was shut down for more than 16 hours.
No one will face charges after a Winnebago County inmate died while in custody. Back in April, David Raymond was found unresponsive in his cell. Raymond died at the hospital. The Winnebago Boone County Integrity Task Force investigated the death, saying Raymond was alone in his cell and died of a ruptured ulcer. Toxicology reports reveal Raymond had fentanyl, methadone, and cannabinoids in his system. The task force then turned its report over to the state's attorney. Today, the Winnebago County State's Attorney decided no charges will be filed in the death. We've reported on the high number of Kia and Hyundai cars stolen in the state line. Nikel Delgado talked to a Kia owner today.
Police found the woman's car on Sandy Hollow Road. Nikel, this isn't the first time this has happened to her.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. This isn't the second time either. This is the third time thieves have stolen Jean Eddy's 2018 Kia Optima LX. And since then, Jean tells me she's been paranoid.
When I went back and looked at the plates, I said, that's not my car. My plates were laying in the back seat. I didn't even believe it was mine. It's damaged so bad it didn't even look like my car.
Jean Eddy is always checking to see if her car is in the parking lot outside of her apartment. But last Friday, she woke up and her car was gone again.
In all my life, I've never had my car stolen, and to go through this 3 times, it's called a nervous breakdown.
Jean tells me she bought her 2018 Kia Optima LX 6 months before she retired, thinking this would be her last car. She says the stress is beyond words.
Your vehicle is almost like your lifestyle. We spend a lot of the time on the road. We spend a lot of time going to and from work. So it's a utility and it's a necessity for a lot of people. Whatever we could do to prevent it, just like our houses with ADP and other options, they don't come stock with the house, but they come as an alternative option to keep proper prevention there.
Estimator at Caliber Collision, Justin Bromberg, says they have seen many Kia and Hyundai cars come in for repairs. Their biggest thing is to promote car safety, since Kia and Hyundai are a target right now.
Being active and taking those safety measures for yourself, keeping that vehicle within eyesight, and also considering something like a third-party theft deterrent system.
Jean tells me she will not be buying another Kia. She wants awareness that this is happening and for action to be taken.
We need to have a movement in Rockford and the state of Illinois that everybody's on the same page dealing with this, because it's happening all over the United States.
Jean Eddy tells me she is going to be looking into taking legal action. Eric?
Thanks, Nikel. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker announces he'll sign a disaster proclamation. It will speed up resources to help Chicago and other communities provide humanitarian assistance to arriving migrants. Pritzker says the National Guard will help prepare infrastructure and services for the migrants. He also attacked Texas's Governor Greg Abbott.
Remember, the governor of the state of Texas is choosing not to notify the city or the state when he is sending busloads of families. The state government of Texas has been non-responsive when agencies like Human Services, Public Health, State Police, or Emergency Management reach out to them. We hear about buses arriving only through unofficial means. For example, from Texas nonprofit organizations on the ground that are attempting to help these migrants.
The governor stressed the state is doing everything in its power to help communities in the response, More than 300 migrants have arrived in Chicago since the end of August. Many are now in hotels in the suburbs.
President Biden gives a boost of energy to electric cars at the Detroit Auto Show. The president touched down in the Motor City to see the newest vehicles U.S. automakers have to offer. And he touted Washington incentives to make them more affordable. He says new tax breaks make it more cost-effective for Americans to make the switch to electric.
All told, my administration is investing more than $135 billion to advance America's electric vehicle future. Our infrastructure law is also helping to make it in America and win the economic race of the 21st century.
President Biden also jumped behind the wheel of a new Cadillac electric vehicle while announcing $900 million of the infrastructure deal will go to build EV chargers across 35 states. The Boone County Health Department's running a COVID vaccination block party tomorrow.
Kids between the ages of 6 months and 11 years old will get free COVID shots. It takes place at Health Department headquarters on Logan Avenue from 2 to 6:30 in the afternoon. There will be a taco truck, outdoor games, and other activities. Kids will also receive free ice cream sandwiches. Parents can have the fire department do a car seat check in their vehicles. Health Department staff say the event highlights how important it is for kids to get their shots.
So we analyzed Boone County's vaccination data to see if there's any gaps in particular groups when it comes to vaccination rate. And we noticed that children, they were one of the groups with the lowest vaccination rate. And children have not been eligible for COVID vaccines as long as adults have. So we wanted to make sure to give them opportunities to be vaccinated as well.
You do have to schedule an appointment to get a shot. We have that link at mystateline.com.
Congress is expected to take action if railroad workers go on strike Friday.
Coming up, one complaint the employees have: no raise since before the pandemic.
And a U.S. Senator introduces a 15-week national abortion ban. Coming up at 6, what that could mean for Illinois if it passes.
From temperatures this morning starting off in the 40s, climbing into the upper 70s here this afternoon. Quite the distance here from where we started to where we ended. I think we see a few more days with temperatures in the 80s later this week. More on that and our storm chances too for the weekend coming up a little later.
Negotiators and federal leaders are scrambling to avoid a railroad worker strike that could have devastating economic impacts.
They only have until Friday to reach a deal. Hannah Brandt is in Washington to explain where things stand.
Railroad companies and union leaders spent much of Wednesday meeting with Labor Secretary Marty Walsh to try and avoid a strike that would disrupt freight and passenger rail service and cost the economy millions, even billions of dollars a day.
We're urging both sides to come together and come to an agreement.
The unions say they're holding out for better schedules and more flexibility. The deadline to reach a deal is Friday. Then they could strike.
And a complete shutdown of the rail system would result in devastating consequences across an already weak supply chain.
Economics expert Patrick Anderson says initially a strike won't impact the average person.
But it would affect every American by a week. And you get a geometric growth in the damage that comes to the economy.
Food, fuel, and car parts are all carried by rail. Economics professor Stephen Smith says the longer a strike goes, the worse it could get.
We run out of the chances to adapt in some way. We run out of inventory. We run out of creative workarounds.
President Biden established a presidential emergency board under the Railway Labor Act to make recommendations to the two sides. They established a 30-day cooling off period, which expires Friday. Congress could step in to force them to accept the emergency board's deal.
I would rather see the negotiations prevail so that there is no need for any actions from Congress.
There are strong forces, if you want, arrayed in favor of at least postponing this and getting it resolved.
But time is running out. In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Chicago's Metra, Union Pacific, and BNSF routes to the north, northwest, and west suburbs will be suspended starting tomorrow night if there's a strike.
Another sunny day with temperatures near 80 in the state line.
Coming up, Candace shows us whether we're still on track for a summer-like weekend.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, it was almost a cold start this morning as a couple of places fell back into the 40s, down to 45 in Rochelle, 49 the low temperature in Rockford and Freeport. Not quite as cool to our north and west. Temperatures staying in the 50s, down to 47 degrees in Sterling. But as the sun came up, we were able to warm rather quickly here this afternoon. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera now out in Freeport at the Park Hills Golf Course, kind of looking to the north and west. Not only do we have a little more of a hazy and milky kind of look to the sky, but we're also starting to see some high-level clouds kind of work in here from the northwest, which will eventually filter in as clouds work in over a ridge of high pressure back to our west. Any rain activity going to stay well out of the area tonight, tomorrow, and Friday, but we do see that rain chance kind of increase a little going into the weekend. Not only for today and tonight, but a bit going into tomorrow. Again, still some of that smoke from the wildfires out to the west, where you're looking at that orange and red color, higher concentrations of smoke in the upper part of the atmosphere. So it's suspended up there, not making it down here, but it does give a little more of a vibrant sunset one tonight, and then again sunrise tomorrow. But as our winds in the jet stream turn a little more to the southwest, that'll kind of help dissipate that just a bit as that moves a little further downstream. Temperature is beautiful evening out there. We're at 75 in Freeport, 76 here in Rockford, 75 in Poplar Grove, DeKalb, 76 our temperature now in Dixon. That's the same number our weather watcher Mike here north of Forreston is checking in. No rain today, not expecting really any rainfall again until the end of the weekend. Said it was a good day to get out and mow some grass, and yeah, anything you had to do outside today was a nice day to do that. Showers, thunderstorms stay up to the northwest here these next couple of days as high pressure remains in control. Again, I think we see a little more cloud cover through Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, because as the jet stream kind of breaks down a little bit to our west, the more active storm track kind of moves from the plains into the upper Midwest, and you see some of that in the form of some showers and a few thunderstorms kind of inching a little closer to the state line once we get into Friday afternoon, Friday evening. But I do believe we stay dry during that time. So the more active kind of storm zone, at least for the next couple of days, staying focused to the northwest. This means we should stay somewhat dry or fairly dry going into Saturday, but by Sunday the chance for showers and thunderstorms actually goes up a bit. And some of those storms may become a little more organized, so something we may have to keep an eye on here. 56, that's where we'll head for the night tonight. You've got a hazy evening, patchy fog possible late. There is a cold front moving down Lake Michigan, and that does have a couple of clouds with it, so we may actually see some of those clouds work in here through the night. So we'll keep it a partly cloudy sky tomorrow. Low 80s for tomorrow afternoon, still comfortable. You don't have to worry about a rise in that humidity as we go throughout the day. Some of our hometown numbers dropping back into the 50s from Beloit to Belvedere, Creston upper 50s, low 60s. Back near 80 in Byron, Freeport, 81 your high temperature in Dixon tomorrow, 80 degrees in Ashton. Tomorrow night it will be a little warmer going into Friday as our winds turn more to the south, upper 50s, low 60s, and then we're back into the low 80s for Friday afternoon. Friday night football games, no issues with that. Temperatures at kickoff will stay in the mid and upper 70s by the time we get to halftime, so 8:30 numbers will be dropping back. Partly cloudy skies should feel pretty comfortable. We've got our game of the week, Byron at Genoa Kingston down there in Genoa. Temperatures staying in the 80s through the weekend. Sunday might see some changes to this number just depending on how fast those clouds and the rain move in Sunday afternoon. And again, out of the weekend, that's our day we're kind of watching. Winds do turn a little more to the northeast as high pressure, guys, builds in on Monday. So that could push the temperature down just a bit, but I think that wind will shift back around to the south and bring us at least back into the mid 80s by the time we get into next week.
It's nice to see that we don't have to put the air conditioners on immediately. Those overnight lows are pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
we cool down.
nice.
Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports.
Worst case scenario happened for the White Sox this afternoon on the eve of their most important game of the season.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Well, the White Sox season has reached the critical stage, and things got a little more critical for them this afternoon. We start off with them in Chicago, hosting the Rockies. Dylan Cease was not bad, but he wasn't the dominant pitcher we've seen all season. First inning, Allen Trio, RBI double, and the Rockies are on the board. Two batters later, Jonathan Daza singles. Tejo scored, so it was a 2-0 Sox deficit. To the fifth inning, C.J. Cron up. He's going to single as well. That brings in another run, making it 3-0, and that's how it ended. The Rockies beat the Sox 3-0. And to make matters worse for the Sox, the Guardians won again this afternoon. Jose Ramirez broke up a tie game in the 8th inning with his 2-run home run. Ramirez has 27 homers and 111 RBIs. That gave the Guardians a 5-3 win over the Angels. The Guardians have now swept back-to-back series from the Twins and Angels, and they lead the White Sox by 4 games. Here's how things will play out tomorrow in Cleveland. The Sox, playing a makeup game there, will send Lance Lynn to the mound. The Guardians will go with Hunter Gaddis, who was just called up from AAA. Gaddis has made only one Major League start. That did not go well for him. This game tomorrow will start at 12:10. The Cubs go after their third straight win against the Mets tonight. Drew Smyly is scheduled to pitch. And the Bears have one of their biggest games of the year ahead of them. They'll be, of course, in Green Bay Sunday night. Justin Fields had an impressive turnaround last Sunday from the first half to the second half against the 49ers. He was asked today about the poise he showed after that rough start.
I think for the most part, that's how I've always been. Of course, there's been a couple of games in my career that, that I've gone, worse than one pick or two picks. So, just trying to keep that composure, because at the end of the day, I know that, my teammates are looking at me and, just trying to, be that leader for them.
Receiver Velus Jones and offensive tackle Riley Reef were limited in practice today for the Bears. Jones is dealing with a hamstring. Reef has a shoulder injury. For the Packers, guard John Runyon didn't practice due to a concussion. David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, and Alan Lazard were all limited with knee and ankle injuries. Lazard is the guy they really need ready to go for them Sunday night. That's sports. We'll be right back.
The First Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Staying pretty quiet here as we go through the night. May again see some patchy fog. Temperatures back down into the 50s. So another comfortable start tomorrow. We should warm quickly, rising back into the 80s for tomorrow afternoon. Up to 82, 83 on Friday. Staying dry through the first half of the weekend. You got a chance for some showers and thunderstorms though on Sunday. So that may be a day we watch here. Could see some as early as Saturday night, but most likely Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Chance for a shower passing early Monday, drying out for the afternoon, and then warming up into Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.